How Africa's richest men really live. In the grand theater of global wealth, there are actors who diligently play their assigned parts, and then there are the bona fide stars who command the spotlight with an undeniable gravity. And then, there are the rare, almost elemental forces of nature, figures so colossal in their ambition, so audacious in their execution, that they don't merely take the stage, they possess the power and the vision to tear down the existing theater and rebuild it from the ground up, entirely in their own image, setting new rules for a game only they can play. Forget the gleaming fleet of supercars you might instinctively imagine parked in a billionaire's garage. Think, instead, of a private, purpose-built museum, a sprawling sanctuary meticulously designed to house over 220 of the world's rarest and most historically significant vehicles, each one a masterpiece of engineering and design. Forget the mundane rhythm of boardroom battles and the impersonal flicker of stock tickers. We are about to pull back the heavy velvet curtain on the deeply hidden world of Africa's wealthiest individuals, a realm of privacy and power that is fiercely protected from public view. This exploration isn't just about their colossal business empires, it's a deep dive into the sprawling family estates that rival royal palaces in their scale and grandeur, the private nature reserves larger than some small countries, and the personal luxuries so extravagant, you will never see them itemized on a public balance sheet. This is the truly untold story of how titans like Aliko Dangote, Johann Rupert, and Nicky Oppenheimer really live. Africa. For some, the name immediately conjures romantic images of sprawling, sun-drenched savannas and majestic wildlife. For others, it brings to mind stark headlines of economic challenges and political instability. But there is another parallel side to this vast and diverse continent, a side that operates on a level of wealth so extreme it borders on the unimaginable. This is a world of whisper-quiet private jets that crisscross the globe, mega yachts that glide into exclusive harbors, and palatial mansions that dot the continent's most expensive real estate, from the vibrant energy of Lagos to the established wealth of Johannesburg. Today, we are moving far beyond the sanitized pages of Forbes and Bloomberg to expose the intricate details and personal lifestyles of Africa's mega-rich. You might know their names from business journals and power lists, but you won't believe the lives they lead when the office doors are closed and they retreat into their private sanctuaries. This is a journey into a world of unbelievable, almost cinematic opulence where money doesn't just buy comfort, it buys privacy, security, and the power to shape reality itself. Aliko Dangote, the industrialist king and his kingdom of luxury. Our story begins in the economic heart of West Africa, in the powerhouse nation of Nigeria, home to the continent's undisputed richest man, Aliko Dangote. As of 2025, his net worth hovers around a colossal $23.9 billion. This staggering figure makes him not just Africa's wealthiest person, a title he has held with an iron grip for 14 consecutive years, but it places him firmly among the richest and most influential people on the entire planet. The primary source of this immense wealth is the Dangote Group, an industrial conglomerate so vast and integrated into Nigerian life that it stands as the largest in all of West Africa. His empire isn't built on fleeting trends or digital ephemera, it is built on the absolute essentials of modern life: cement, sugar, salt, and flour. These are the foundational building blocks of civilization, and by controlling their production on a massive scale, Dangote has become inextricably linked to the daily lives of millions. But his most audacious and wealth-multiplying venture to date is the recently operational Dangote Petroleum Refinery. This is not just another factory, it is a $20 billion mega-project of national importance, the largest single-train refinery of its kind in Africa, designed with the capacity to process a staggering 650,000 barrels of crude oil every single day. This single project, a monumental gamble that many deemed impossible, was the key factor in his fortune surging from around $13.9 billion in 2024 to nearly $24 billion, a move that is not only transforming Nigeria's economic landscape but shifting the balance of power in the global energy market. But when a man commands an industrial empire of this magnitude, what kind of life does he lead? Far from it being an ascetic existence of all boardrooms and balance sheets, Aliko Dangote's lifestyle is every bit as grand and monumental as his business ambitions. Let's begin with his homes, which are more like personal kingdoms. His primary sanctuary is a sprawling, breathtaking mansion in Abuja, Nigeria's capital, a palatial estate reportedly worth tens of millions of dollars. This is a fortress of solitude and a five-star diplomatic hotel rolled into one, a residence defined by gleaming, acre-wide marble floors and vast, high-ceilinged rooms filled with opulent, custom-made furnishings. It's a residence built not just for living but for wielding influence, designed specifically for hosting global business leaders, heads of state, and international dignitaries, making it a true nerve center of African power and commerce. When you operate on a global scale, time becomes the ultimate non-renewable currency. Dangote protects his with a private jet, the ultimate tool for time compression. The crown jewel of his aerial fleet is his Bombardier Global Express XRS, an ultra-long-range jet which he reportedly purchased for a cool $45 million as a birthday gift to himself. This isn't merely a plane, it's a flying office, a mobile command center, and a luxury hotel suite combined, allowing him to manage his sprawling, continent-spanning empire without wasting a single moment in transit. Back on the ground, his taste in automobiles is just as refined and commanding. He is often seen being chauffeured in a Bentley Mulsanne, a car that costs well over $300,000 and is the very definition of handcrafted British luxury and quiet authority. For moments when he might prefer something with a more aggressive, powerful edge, he also reportedly owns a Mercedes-Benz CL65 AMG, a sleek, muscular coupe with a hand-built V12 engine rumbling beneath its hood. In a world where his very name is synonymous with industrial might and economic power, Aliko Dangote has meticulously crafted a personal life that is equally monumental, a lifestyle where every single detail, from his residence to his transportation, is a carefully chosen reflection of his undisputed status as Africa's king of industry. Johann Rupert, the Emperor of Luxury and his curated world. From the industrial heartland of West Africa, our journey takes us thousands of miles south, to the serene and picturesque winelands of South Africa. Here, nestled amongst rolling hills and historic vineyards, we find Johann Rupert, a man whose very business is the art and science of luxury itself. With a net worth estimated to be around $14.5 billion as of 2025, he is the second richest man on the continent. In stark contrast to Dangote's empire of essentials, Rupert's formidable empire is built on the abstract concepts of desire, prestige, and timelessness. He is the chairman of Richemont, the Swiss-based luxury goods conglomerate that acts as the custodian for some of the world's most iconic and revered brands: Cartier, Montblanc, and Van Cleef & Arpels. Given that his entire professional life revolves around creating and selling the most exclusive products that money can possibly buy, it is no surprise that his personal life is a masterclass in sophisticated, yet intensely private luxury. His philosophy seems to be not about loud displays of wealth but about the quiet accumulation of perfection. Perhaps the most staggering testament to this philosophy is not a single, expensive car, but an entire museum filled with them. He is the owner of the world-renowned Franschhoek Motor Museum, a world-class institution that showcases over 220 priceless vehicles drawn from his personal collection. To walk its halls is to take a journey through more than a century of automotive history, a curated display of engineering genius and sculptural beauty. Here you'll find automotive legends like a 1954 Mercedes-Benz 300 SL Gullwing, a 1954 Mercedes-Benz 300 SL Gullwing, a car whose iconic upward-swinging doors and racing pedigree mean recent examples can fetch over $1.5 million. Nearby sits a legendary 1989 Ferrari F40, the last car personally approved by Enzo Ferrari, which can command prices close to $2 million. The museum was originally started by his father, the industrialist Anton Rupert, and when it was on the verge of being closed and sold off, Johann stepped in to buy the entire collection himself, preserving not just the cars, but his father's enduring legacy. This deep passion for heritage and family extends to his breathtaking properties. His Lourmarin wine estate is widely considered one of South Africa's most beautiful and historic vineyards, a premier wine producer that he painstakingly restored and developed as a poignant tribute to his late brother Anthony. His influence also extends into the exclusive world of sport. A deeply passionate golfer, he designed and owns the exclusive Leopard Creek Golf Club, an ultra-private playground for the global elite that borders the world-famous Kruger National Park. It is a surreal and unique experience where players might see giraffes, elephants, or hippos wandering near the fairways while on the course. Johann Rupert's life is a testament to the power of quiet, confident influence. He channels his immense wealth not into fleeting extravagances, but into preserving history, honoring family legacy, and creating private worlds of unparalleled beauty and quality. His lifestyle is the very embodiment of the rarefied luxury his company sells to the world, timeless, exclusive, and of the absolute highest uncompromising quality. Nicky Oppenheimer, the Diamond King and his conservation empire. Our journey now takes us deep into a world of old money, into the heart of a dynasty built on the most precious mythologized stones on Earth, Nicky Oppenheimer and his family. With a net worth estimated at around $11.5 billion, he represents a multi-generational legacy of wealth that has, for nearly a century, shaped the entire global diamond industry. For decades, the Oppenheimer name was completely synonymous with De Beers, the cartel that controlled the world's diamond supply. And though the family finally sold their remaining stake in the company in 2012 for over $5 billion in cash, the colossal fortune it created allows Nicky Oppenheimer to pursue a passion that goes far beyond personal luxury, conservation on an epic, almost planetary scale. To truly understand how he lives, you must first understand his profound and deeply personal connection to the African land. His family's primary residence, the Brenthurst Estate, is a legendary 45-acre private sanctuary located in the very heart of Johannesburg. More than just a mansion, it is an impenetrable green oasis in a bustling metropolis, featuring the magnificent Brenthurst Gardens, a botanical masterpiece of global significance meticulously cared for and developed over generations. But if Brenthurst is his protected urban sanctuary, his true passion lies far away, in the vast, wild, and unforgiving landscapes of the Kalahari Desert. It is here that Nicky Oppenheimer is the owner of the Tswalu Kalahari Reserve, the largest private game reserve in all of South Africa. Covering an astonishing 110,000 hectares, an area larger than the entire nation of Bahrain, this is not merely a piece of property. It is a conservation project of monumental and global proportions. The land was originally a collection of farms and a private hunting reserve. When the Oppenheimer family took ownership in 1998, their first act was to ban trophy hunting overnight. Miles of old farm fences were systematically removed, allowing the land to heal and return to its natural, untamed state. Today, Tswalu, which means a new beginning in the Swana language, is a critical haven for some of Africa's most endangered species, including the desert black rhino and the incredibly elusive and trafficked pangolin. It's a thriving ecosystem home to over 80 species of mammals and 240 species of birds. This isn't just a rich man's expensive hobby, it's a world-class scientific endeavor, with research projects funded through the dedicated Tswalu Foundation, aimed at understanding and protecting the delicate ecology of the Kalahari. Of course, maintaining such a massive and vital reserve requires significant funding, which comes from a clever form of ultra-exclusive ecotourism. The reserve has just a handful of luxury lodges, ensuring a minimal human footprint. This includes the completely private Tarkuni homestead, a magnificent villa that was originally the Oppenheimers' personal family home on the reserve. Nicky Oppenheimer uses his immense dynastic wealth not just to acquire things, but to preserve and restore a precious piece of Africa's natural heritage for future generations. His greatest luxury is not a supercar or a yacht, but the profound ability to be the dedicated custodian of one of the most magnificent private wilderness areas on the entire planet. Nassif Sawiris, the global investor with an international playground. Now we shift our focus northward, to the ancient land of Egypt, a cradle of civilization that is now home to Nassif Sawiris. With a net worth of around $9.6 billion, he is the richest man in Egypt, and perhaps more than anyone else on our list, a truly global citizen whose life and interests transcend national borders. His vast fortune stems originally from his family's successful construction business, Orascom Construction, a major player across the Middle East and Africa. However, his single most significant and valuable asset is a nearly 6% stake in the global sportswear giant, Adidas. This multi-billion-dollar investment places him at the very nexus of international business, sports, and consumer culture, giving him influence that is felt in markets all over the world. His investment strategy is unapologetically global, and so, fittingly, is his lifestyle. When it comes to real estate, Sawiris operates at the highest echelon, acquiring trophy properties in the world's most exclusive and strategic locations, with a portfolio that spans continents from New York to London. But his ambitions don't stop at passive property ownership. He has channeled his immense capital and influence into the high-stakes, high-profile world of professional sports. He is the co-owner of the English Premier League football club Aston Villa. In 2018, his consortium NSWE purchased a controlling stake in the historic club, an investment that offers not just the potential for huge financial returns but also immense prestige and public influence in a country obsessed with football. His burgeoning sports empire extends even further, across the Atlantic to the United States. Through his investment company, he also holds a significant stake in Madison Square Garden Sports. This is the parent company of two of New York's most legendary and valuable sports franchises, the NBA's New York Knicks and the NHL's New York Rangers. This gives him a powerful foothold in the American sports market, centered in the world's most famous arena. Nassif Sawiris operates in the rarefied stratosphere of global finance, and his lifestyle assets are chosen accordingly. They are not mere luxuries, they are strategic acquisitions in major cultural and financial hubs, assets that confer both power and influence. From a carefully curated portfolio of global properties to a controlling stake in a beloved English football team and a piece of New York's sporting soul, he uses his fortune to build an international playground, a life lived seamlessly between the corridors of power in Cairo, London, and New York. Mike Adenuga, the reclusive telecom titan, and his opulent sanctuaries. Our final journey takes us back to Nigeria, to uncover the lifestyle of a man as powerful as he is intensely private, Dr. Mike Adenuga Jr. With a net worth estimated at around $6.9 billion, he is Nigeria's second richest man, an almost mythical figure who built a colossal fortune in the cutthroat worlds of telecommunications and oil production. He is often referred to as the Bull for his tenacious business style. Adenuga is the founder of Globacom, a massive mobile telecom operator with millions of subscribers across West Africa, and Conwal Producing, a major indigenous player in Nigeria's lucrative oil sector. Unlike his more public-facing peers, Adenuga fiercely guards his privacy, rarely giving interviews or appearing at public events. He has cultivated an aura of mystery that makes any glimpse into his highly protected world all the more fascinating and legendary. To understand how this enigmatic titan lives, one must look at his primary residence, a property that is truly the stuff of legend in Nigeria. In the heart of Banana Island, Lagos, one of Africa's most exclusive and expensive neighborhoods, lies his sprawling private compound. Verified reports and architectural plans suggest it consists of not one, but 9 opulent standalone duplexes, covering an enormous 3-hectare plot. One of these serves as his personal residence and office, while the others are designated for family members, guests, and a large retinue of staff. The amenities of this incredible estate are reportedly mind-boggling, designed to create a completely self-contained world. Within its high fortified walls, it is said to have its own church and its own mosque to cater to the spiritual needs of his family and staff. It also reportedly houses a 200-seat conference hall for business and towering state-of-the-art watchtowers for comprehensive security. For transportation, the estate is rumored to include a private berth for yachts and even a heliport, allowing him to travel directly from his home by air or sea without ever needing to deal with public infrastructure or the notorious Lagos traffic. When it comes to his fleet of vehicles, he is known to own multiple private jets for international travel, including a Bombardier Global Express and a Dassault Falcon. His car collection is equally impressive and security-focused, with a noted preference for armored luxury vehicles like the Bentley Mulsanne and the Rolls-Royce Phantom, ensuring his safety on the rare occasions he does travel by road. Mike Adenuga's lifestyle presents the ultimate paradox. He is a man who is almost completely invisible in public, a ghost in the Nigerian business scene, yet he has constructed a private world of extreme, visible, and almost unimaginable opulence. His Banana Island estate is more than just a home, it is a personal kingdom, a fortified nation-state, and a powerful testament to a fortune built on relentless ambition and an uncompromising desire for absolute privacy. From the continent-shaping industrial empire of Aliko Dangote, to the carefully curated world of timeless luxury inhabited by Johann Rupert, from Nicky Oppenheimer's profound conservation legacy to the intensely private kingdoms built by Mike Adenuga, one thing becomes overwhelmingly clear. The lives of Africa's richest men are as diverse, complex, and fascinating as the continent itself. They live in a world that operates on an entirely different plane of existence. A world of multi-million-dollar jets that serve as flying boardrooms and sprawling estates that function as self-contained nations with their own rules and infrastructure. Their immense wealth allows them to indulge in personal passions on a monumental, history-shaping scale, whether that passion is preserving over a century of automotive history for the public, or personally funding the restoration of thousands of hectares of the Kalahari Desert to its natural state. But their lifestyles also serve to highlight the staggering, often jarring contrasts of the continent. This is a world of unimaginable, almost theoretical opulence that exists alongside, and is often built upon, economies facing immense challenges. These are men who have not only amassed billions in personal wealth, but have methodically built entire worlds around themselves that are tailored to their every desire, whim, and security concern. Ultimately, the way these billionaires choose to live reveals more than just their taste in cars or homes. It reveals their core values, their deepest ambitions, and their ultimate vision for the legacies they will leave behind. So which billionaire's lifestyle surprised or fascinated you the most? Was it the private car museum built on a foundation of family legacy? Was it the personal nature reserve that dwarfs entire countries? Or was it the self-sufficient island estate designed for total privacy? We want to hear what you think. Let us know in the comments below. If you found this deep dive into the world of the mega rich as fascinating as we did, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more explorations into worlds you've never seen. Thanks for watching.